Hi there, and welcome to a new gameplay series for Heroes Hour. I'm Icon, and this time we're going to play the Pillar faction. It's challenging difficulty and a medium-sized map, just like the rest of this playlist. Because I still haven't played these, we're going to explore them during this mini-series. You know the drill if you're already around here. So I rolled up a random hero, you know me, and I checked out what the skills are looking like. I'm still confused about the class skill. Whenever a unit close to the hero is about to die, the hero will give that unit 20 of its health, and the unit will become immune for 30 seconds. That sounds like he's chunking away his own health to save his buddies. That's a weird concept, but I'll try it out. Beyond that, we have mastery of the smallest tier 1 critters, and since I had so freaking much fun with that on the Horde faction, I was already down when I saw that. We got a small unit mastery, Legion, well, combat buffs the hero himself. Royalty, decreasing the resource cost of units. I love that trait. I was already sold when I saw that, because this makes it super easy to build and maintain huge armies without any heavy impact on your economy. Pretty good for smaller maps. And learning, well, it sounds fun too. Dragon King, Midas Touch on a very tanky hero. Let's see where this will lead us. I think this is also a bit generic, but we'll recruit other dudes in return for that. So, let's check out their buildings. We're going to skip the usual tavern strategy because I'm growing a little bit tired and I want to diversify, and I'm pretty fond of myself handling the first 2 weeks without another hero. I heard that recruiting from week 3 on is a solid choice, so let's try it out. I'm open for new ideas. So, instead of going for the tavern, I'm going to recruit more stuff. Pagoda of Heavens gives a gem each day. It's brilliant, but I'm not going to start with that. We are going to start with the Shrine of the Beasts. I don't know. I'm down for the Panda. The Tricrows are pretty cool too, but I want to try if some tanky frontline does the trick for me. These guys, well, unupgraded, they are absolutely uninteresting for me. They're flying, yes, but these guys have knockback, and my little dudes can hide behind that. I find that more appealing. Maybe I'm wrong about that, yet I do not know that. Let's try it out to find out. Alright, so advantage of this strat is my dude has a pretty nice punching power from the get-go. I'm very tempted, although, to pick up the treasure chest first to give him another level up, you know? It's no guarantee, but let's go greedy. This guy has Midas Touch. So, well, attack and defense plus versus a nice chunk of gold. I'm going to take battle stats because I wanted something that helps me with the next fight. So let's do that. We got disciples and fighters. So these are basically the standard models of these advanced units. These guys heal once. So. Let's see. Cultists and fanatics, so no ranged dudes on their side. I'm playing this now long enough to actually recognize some units. I'm amazed. Okay, let's defend for a moment, turn on half speed, and see where the enemy will run. Yeah, that's okay. We're getting them a little bit into a narrow bit there. Let's see how this will play out. There's nothing I can do manually beyond that. Yeah, there are losses, but it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. Especially since we're getting our fresh units cheap. So, I want Legion as quick as possible. I think the first level of this one is a big buff. +1 damage doesn't sound much, but if you multiply that by 20 or 30 times, and this guy receives free units from the get-go, this does matter. Especially on these heroes, Legion does a great job for keeping them kicking. Okay, good first turn, I'd say. Where's the ore at? No, seriously. Where's the ore mine? Dang. Well, there's some ore lying around, but okay. So let's see. We're playing against the Horde. Man, oh, that's rude, man. Just blocking that way. I think if I'd go this way, I'm pretty sure I triggered that guy. Game's trolling me hard. You really got to be careful with the pathing. It's trolling you. So, what's that stuff? That white stuff. Did I miss something? Or is it the gems they're talking about? Yeah, I guess that's the Pagoda of Heavens. Yeah, gem is not crystal. I had a thinking, I had a game. The game beat me. So, I want the Hall of Crafts. This is range dude time. Now, Fire Lancers, you basically get the opportunity between shotgun dudes and long range dudes. I'm really... I think in my composition I should go for the long range dudes, because I will have a massive force of small critters, and I'm afraid that the short range guys might stand behind a wall of meat and never get to shoot, because there's too many fighters. So let's go the safe way. I'm not sure, I somehow think this is the wiser choice. Let's see about that. At least I tried to make some decision. If you don't know which decision to take at least some decision that you think it does make some sense. Even if you're wrong, at least you'll have gained something. If you go full random, you usually gain nothing. Except for confusion if you're lucky. So here we go. More archers for the dude. This will help a lot. But I think the pothing still tries to kill me. Guys, this is unfair. I don't want to die. There we go. Required some nudging. So, slow zombies. Fighters, stop blocking. Okay. Let's merge these to a little bit of a love ball. Blocking the Scourge. I'm really trying hard to learn and adapt and improve my formations, but I think that should be a nice idea. Let's see if we can cheese that. All right, the pandas are clumping up ahead. Really got to be careful. We want to create a narrow field, which forbids the enemy to use their numbers advantage too well against us, basically. Experimenting to improve my performance on this edge, because I think once you have mastered that, it grows a lot easier to beat the AI, because every game has one golden rule: the AI is not as smart as the human, and it's your job to utilize that. Some people like to call it abuse. I disagree. You have to. It's part of the game mechanic, because the AI is allowed to cheat. You are allowed to cheat with your brain as well. So it's not cheating if both sides are cheating the same way. Oh well, we're not cheating the same way, but you get the idea. Okay. Activated that thing. There's a couple of these things around. If I only have one hero, I'll have to do more thinking with my pathing. But I want to be around the city. If I decide next turn to build something, this guy will profit directly from. It's good if he's in the vicinity before I go deeper on my island. So far, so fun. I like the composition of these guys. It's pretty straightforward. Frontline, backline, pretty easy to understand. So what next? Guild of Mages would be a sassy thing. Let's do it. This guy shouldn't be the most brilliant of mages. Spell power 0. Okay. Then this was a dumb turn. Dang. Well, let's see how good level 0 magic can be. It's worth an experiment. I never did it knowingly. Let's make the best out of a bad decision. I really thought that this guy would have at least some use for that. This direction looks not inviting. Only impossible fights. Nothing that I can't pilfer directly. I'd rather take this way, pick up some gold on the way back, and be around the town gates again. Maybe I'll make a wiser choice this time. That's the typical misplays you do when you don't know the faction you're playing well. I think it's a good idea to go for the Pagoda of Heavens, probably, or the Infirmary if I'll choose to take a fight. I'll decide that at the end of my turn, or I'll upgrade something. Let's consider that. How about upgrading these dudes? This gives me a real tanky front line in the most literal way, or take these horn bowyers. Larger area, error rain. Okay, I'm sold. Oh, I can't. Okay, you need the gemstones to upgrade that stuff. Then the Pagoda of Heavens is the only viable choice. I've delayed that way too long already, considering how important this seems to be. First mistake. I think you should buy that the first turn ASAP, because that seems to be one of your main bottlenecks. Misplay number 1. That's okay. Ore quarry with an impossible fight in front of that? Unfair. You're cutting me dry from the ore. That's okay. We can't handle. Okay. Yeah, nice. I love campfires. Heck. So I get to fight against a bunch of dudes for a pile of wood. What is this land? It's surely not plentiful. Okay, one crappy direction after another. So, let's take it for the XP. Let's ignore the fact that the reward is this ridiculous. So we got a lot of ranged stuff with a very weak front line. So I think I have to adjust my game plan accordingly. So first off, you guys are not a love ball. You guys are allowed to play together. And let's see. I'll put the pandas against this chunk here. Let's see. I'm gonna go offensive in this situation. Let's see. What did I learn? Oh, confusion. I like it. Utility. Yeah, we have to chunk ourselves through this. So I'll move my forces a bit more into this direction. I could use Hex next time. That works well, too. Stone Skin. Sturdiness for a movement decrease. Well, it worked out really fine. Very low amount of losses. I'm okay with that. These guys respawn automatically, so it's not much of a big loss. So Union. Should I upgrade that? I feel weird about this skill. I need it for higher ranks of Legion, though, so it is necessary, you know. But I think I'm gonna go for learning next, and then dip into royalty or estates. Estates is also pretty. Did they buff that? I thought it was 250. This feels buffed, so let's pick it up. I'm not sure. I didn't read patch notes before the beta version, to be honest. Usually I do that, but recently I didn't find the necessary time, sadly. So, what next? I got 3 building slots open. Yeah, here flows the gemstone now. Great. Ooh, what a big mistake. Can I increase the income of that? Because the cost seems sick. The tea house, I want it because it buffs your hero once per week? Yeah. But you can buff your hero once per week for a difficult fight. I want to check out how powerful these buffs actually are, because it's pretty cryptic. The description alone does not really tell me whether I will like it or not. So let's Pick up. Oh, if I only knew which resource is important. Well, since I can't, let's check out what I'm missing most here. So this is undead. This is demonic. Can't even mouse over. Okay. This bothers me a bit that I don't get to look up what I need. But let's make crystal. Need to go random if you don't know what. Dark Carnival. Allows you to fight an unlethal battle against clowns. Okay. I almost said you gotta be kidding me, but then I realized what they did there. So... This is a harsh start, gotta say. It doesn't feel too powerful. So... let's go Infirmary. Something I definitely need. Archer Expert or Medical School. Oh. That's a difficult one. But I'll take the Archer Expert, because I feel like the Archers will be a massive backbone of my damage dealing. Because as far as I see, this guy's strategy seems to be pretty bulky up front. And Dragon King will allow me to give myself dragons. So I want to utilize that as well. There's a lot of interesting things going on this guy. He looks a little bit bland on the outside, but he looks like he has quite certain specialties. I hope, at least. I really got no clue what I got myself into with this faction. Their style confuses me the most so far, to put it into some words. Pillar of Balance, T-Knights, Regenerators. So since I only have 2 days left, this is definitely interesting, and Pillars of Essence allows me to recruit more stuff. But this doesn't look like it's a weekly thing. I mean, this is out of question. New units, I'm sold. Always. So, I'm a little bit disturbed by the little amount of winnable fights here around me. So, always try to move the stacks first. I don't know, it's a little bit cheesy. I think this is a kind of exploity gameplay, and I'd prefer it if it would not be like that. But if it's intended gameplay mechanics, okay, be that as it may. But I'm an old school Heroes player, and I feel like if these units depleted their movement, they have depleted their movement. But I don't mind. It feels fun to play it like that as well. It still confuses me whenever I do it, though. So, turning mana into a permanent bonus to spell power and/or knowledge. Okay, this I'm down. Mostly because it's a winnable fight. I can't remember when I had the last time such a struggle to find winnable encounters. So this is looking good. Stop sticking together. Want my bow people on the back line. So let's see. I should put the hero always up front and clump him together with stuff. There we go. Because he's making people basically immortal. Okay, well, let's defend ourselves with that and see how good that'll work. Not too well. Not too well. They got backliners too. Let's see. I did lose a panda to that. I derped on the flame jugglers. I didn't notice them. That was bad. I thought they were only frontliners. I wouldn't have played it that like. I wouldn't have played it like that. So I can't pick Dragon King yet. Burp. Let's pick up Royalty. I'm tempted to pick Mastery too, because that's really big as well, but it's almost a new week, and picking up new troops is the next big investment. So Capricious Rascals. That sounds cute. Doesn't sound dangerous. Now I feel bad about killing these guys. Those capricious rascals. Come on, game. Don't be like that. Why is this land of the Pillar faction so cruel? Okay. That's working out decently. Okay, let's pick up the campfire first. Lightning bolt. So let's see how that'll work. Haha, yeah, I thought so. This will freeze him for some time. Me dislikes that. Okay. Since it's a new week tomorrow, let's move into that direction. So I can't pick up the reinforcements. It's an interesting experience to play the first week only with one hero. Certainly makes decision-making way more meaningful. I like it. So, I don't dare to play the Pillars of Essence card yet. Mainly because I feel like I don't want to invest myself into such a resource spending. No, let's build the tea house. It's blocking my way for the city upgrades anyways. So, what do we have here? Increases XP gain by 50%. Sick. Okay. Sounds powerful. Hey, there's the competition. And this week's tea gives Immortal to the first 500 power worth of units entering this fight. Sencha. That's pretty sick. I don't know how Immortal really works, but it sounds like one of these skills which gives your units a second life. Usually these things work like that. Maybe I'm wrong. Correct me. Please feel free to drop me a comment if you know. I really don't mind. I actually appreciate it. So, I think there's literally nothing that is worth my money right now except for unit upgrades, which I can't afford, sadly. So let's invest into the Center of Pillar upgrade, because Architect would be more costly and yield less. And there we go. Let's recruit as much what as possible, because I'm pretty sure I can't afford everything. Although, pretty much everything. I think I'll exclude the fighters, because they spawn on their own. Yeah, thought so. Brilliant. I didn't expect to get such a perfect thing there. But I didn't mean to press that button. Okay. For a moment I thought it costs money to move my convoy, and I was scared. Alright, now we got some punching power. That looks good. Yeah, turns those fights into, those impossible odds into really good odds. Nice. So, Crystal Mine, well, it is doable, but not necessary right now. This is necessary, but this is challenging. My god, who did that to me? Why are they so cruel? Ore is a basic material. Free ore to free people. Whatever. Alchemy lab. So, this is just a... Here we go. That's the ore mine I was supposed to find. I was so confused about that. Usually the game doesn't do that. So let's meld our hero to the vulnerable dudes, and let's do it like that. And let's smack down an energy blast. These explosions are really nifty against ranged dudes. The confusion effect does stagger their attack a little bit, and they get shoved towards my front line, so I engage a portion of them quicker. I think that's a pretty decent strat. Oh gosh, that's a difficult decision. Dragon King, Estates. Dragon King, Estates. But the quicker I pick this, the quicker I get gold. Next level we pick up Dragon King. Or Royalty. But this would need mastery upgrade first. No, I'm pretty sure it will be Dragon King next time. Okay. So, lots of resource, and I feel like I'm pretty strong right now. So I think this was a good piece of advice to try to play with one hero at the beginning. Thanks for that. Now we got Capra, Epra, whatever. So they're jumpy dudes. Let's try to make it like that. I'm going to attack with this glob here and defend with this glob here. Let's see how well this will go. Let's go into attack. There we go. I hope this will work as intended. Let's use the energy blast one more time to scatter them guys a little bit, but this worked actually against me. I think I shouldn't aim into the center of a glob, much more into the back line of them. So this went down horrible. Wow. I'm sorry. I'm new to this. Well, that hurt. That hurt really good. But let's see how many I got back. That's the actual interesting part. Well, it's okay, I'd say. Let's not do it like that again. So these guys were pretty much destroyed by those damage dealers. I think the main mistake was to underestimate what kind of heavy damage dealers these Capras are. But I really don't know all the units in this game. There are so many. I'm kindly forgiving myself. I hope my faction does so as well. So I think I'm going to upgrade to the Panzers. I want some Kung Fu Panzer in my life. Because, you know, this would have I think if I'd had that upgrade, it might have even have worked, because they grow almost triple as big, HP wise. Their damage goes lower, but I don't know if maybe they suck for real, and I'm just riding a dead horse here. I really don't know which strategies are really strong with this faction. I somehow think that this is a very, very powerful way to upgrade towards 2. But this is very appealing too. Birds of Fortune are crit-based attackers. Maybe they are the wiser choice for a swarm-based hero anyways. It's difficult decisions, but the good thing about it is we got some tea and some time to ponder about that, because I'm very, very slow. That's actually not really a good thing, but I'm trying to see the positive and the bad things. So this is now a moderate difficulty fight, because I blew up so much of my army. No. Let's build an architect, and let's see. Pillar of Nobility, Primal Monk, Quick Strikes and Lash, Point Blank AoE type attacks. Alright. I think another idea is that I should upgrade to just the unit I have mastery in, because I think that might be also a pretty solid decision. So I can't afford the building that I want to afford. Such tragedy. I can pick up fresh fighters at the city. Here's a couple of challenging fights. That misplay there did make me suffer a bit. But on the other hand, judging from the time and the spread, well, I didn't pick up these mines yet. That bothers me a bit. But I'd say I'm okay with how this played out. I don't want to fight this hero here, because hero fights tend to be a little bit harder than the AI predicts. Because the AI doesn't take into account what type of magic this guy actually flicks at you. And let's pick up the palace. And long story short, I often had way heavier losses from hero fights than I thought. Somehow when I click here, the Mercenary Hall gets triggered as well. That's why I get this pop-up all that time. So I can build the Primal Monk building, but I can't afford the Primal Monks. I can afford the fighters, but then I can't afford the Primal Monk building anymore. Dilemma. So, upgrade the Panzer or upgrade the Disciple? Let's see. Absolutely go for the Disciples, because that's a massive power-up for them. This is the difference between crappy units and actually decent units. Got it. And I learned Town Portal. That's actually really good. So, there's... This looks... Oh, there's more Capras. They're scaring me! There's corruption units. I don't want to... I really don't want to go into a bad fight. So, I'll end this episode here. That's a decent spot. I hope you guys enjoyed so far. I'm totally enjoying, although I feel like I did some grave mistakes. I think this match is far from being decided yet. And let's see where we're headed next. I think this unit is pretty much the definition of a slow start. I should have played the Pagoda of the Heavens in turn 1, and I think this is the first recommendation that I would give any player of that faction. Maybe turn 2. Depends on how desperately you want to fight at turn 1. In this scenario, I think it was a good choice, because it allowed me to pick up the sawmill at turn 1, but you need so many of these. Disgusting. So, well, let's see where this will go. Drop me your comments down below, leave me a thumbs up, and I hope that you guys will tune in for the next one as well. Have a wonderful day. Until then, have a good one. Bye-bye.